Hey guys, and welcome back to Sass and Clyde's Mom Life. I'm Abby. And you can hear Bryleigh in the background. So, happy Vlogtober. If you haven't already, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. I'm really trying to grow the channel, so the more you guys share this, the better our views will be. So, Bryleigh, as you know, I've done some hauls with her in them, and I did her birthday haul last week. Will be one next Tuesday. And since she is turning 1, I wanted to kind of tell y'all her birth story. I love the show 90 Day Fiance on TLC. I do not know if y'all watch or not, but it is definitely worth watching. It's really interesting, but it's funny too because these people are crazy on this show. Anyway, Bryleigh was due November the 1st. First they said she was due November 2nd, then they said November 1st. Well, that was fine. I did not expect her to come early. When I went to the doctor the previous Friday, they said, you're still going to be pregnant next Friday because I hadn't dilated any. So, we went, I was just planning her to be late. I was planning to have to go in and be induced because she wasn't coming on her own. So, Brian and I had finished watching 90 Day Fiance. I had just went to the bathroom, and I came back to sit on the couch. And he said, will you hand me the remote? I want to check some scores for some games. I hand him the remote, and then I put my knee down on the couch to turn around to sit down, and I have this sharp, excruciating pain shoot through my whole body. Down my chest, down my arms, everywhere. And I was just like, oh my God, Brian, something's wrong. So I just kept saying, something's not right. So I was screaming. I was in a lot of pain. And since Bryleigh was not my first child, and I had already experienced labor before, I knew that did not feel right for labor. So I went ahead and he called 911 because he didn't know what was going on. So call 911. EMTs come out, they check my blood pressure and everything, and then they're like, I think you probably just need to go ahead and go to the hospital just to be safe. So we got ready and we went to the hospital. So we go to the hospital and they're like, they take me to triage, they check me and everything, and they said, well, we think you're in the early stages of labor, we're going to go ahead and keep you. So they start looking. I was just in a lot of pain, so they got an ultrasound to look and see if her head was turned, if she was turned wrong, and her head was facing the opposite direction it was supposed to be, and that was what was causing my pain. But it wasn't. The ultrasound came back, she was turned correct. So they still couldn't figure out what was going on. Well, by this time, her heart rate had escalated, and her heart rate was at 200. And babies' hearts do beat fast, but when they get to be in the 200s, they start really getting worried, especially when you're already in labor, in what they call labor. So I had told my doctor ahead of time, I do not want a C-section. My doctor comes in, sits down beside me, and says, Abby, we're going to have to do a C-section. He said, but if you tell me no, I can't do it legally. He said, but I can't guarantee you're going to take home a baby either. He said, because it's putting a lot of strain on her heart, you being in this much pain. So, I sucked it up and I told him, okay, let's go ahead and do it. I'll heal. Within a few minutes, that room filled with nurses, doctors. They got me scrubbed up and ready, and they took me to the OR. Well, whenever we got in the OR, they did my spinal block, all that, so I could have her. When they cut me open, her amniotic sac was full of blood. Bryleigh had been living in blood for we don't know how long. My placenta had abrupted, We don't know when it happened, but it had abrupted, and she had been ingesting blood. And her picture, they cleaned her up, but when they took her to see Brian, she had blood like in her ears and stuff. And as soon as she was born, they brought her to me. I got to look at her. They had her wrapped all up real good. They put her in an incubator, and they took her to see her daddy. Her daddy seen her, and she went straight to the NICU. They had tubes from her nose to her belly to draw the blood out of her stomach, because that is all she had ingested for so long. So we had a very scary experience. She was born at 4:10 a.m. on October 30th of 2017. But we did not actually get to hold her and have her close to us until about 4 o'clock that afternoon. So we went a long time without actually being able to hold her or anything. But it was scary. It was very scary, but y'all, we made it. And she spent our whole stay in the hospital. She pretty much stayed in the NICU. She did not come out of the NICU until we went home on Thursday evening. She did not come out of the NICU until about Wednesday night, and we had her. She was born at 4:10 on Monday morning. So that tells you how long we were there. So, but the NICU was wonderful. They did a great job with her. They took care of us, and we are so blessed for them. And the NICU do a fabulous job. If you've never experienced it, you don't realize how thankful you are for them until you need them. Y'all, I'm just telling you. But we have a happy, healthy girl, and she's back there just crying because she's mad. We're waiting in line for Bubba at school. But y'all, if you haven't already, sorry, that was my air stick cutting on. Hi. If you haven't already, go ahead, like, share, subscribe. And welcome to our crazy life. I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.